Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
I think Nicki Minaj has made it very clear how she feels about African Americans in this country, or I don't think she's one of them, obviously. And she should, under Trump's rules, she should be deported because I don't think, reportedly, that she is a legal citizen here. She is undocumented. And so she has shown her disdain for African Americans. So why are you supporting her? Why are you buying her records? She's also supporting, I have lots of gay friends who love Nicki Minaj. Why are you supporting?
Nicki Minaj has recently sparked major controversy after sharing comments and online activity that many fans interpret as aligning with MAGA politics, and the reaction from black celebrities has been intense. Over the past few weeks, Nicki has gone from subtle hints to much more direct political statements, and it's set social media on fire. Fans and fellow artists have been openly reacting, questioning her recent messaging, and debating what may have influenced this apparent shift. What's making this moment especially shocking for many people is that Nicki's past public statements painted a very different picture. During Donald Trump's first term, she was openly critical of his presidency.
Because she's a black woman, or at least I thought she was. She clearly has black children. So are you saying you don't mind your children growing up in a society where they cannot be taught Black history?
In past live streams and interviews, Nicki described Trump as harmful, criticized his policies, and made it clear she didn't support his political movement. In fact, during the 2020 Polestar Live conference, Nicki was asked directly about Trump and stated that she had no intention of jumping on Donald Trump's bandwagon. At the time, she also spoke emotionally about immigration policies, saying the family separations at the border deeply affected her, especially given her own background as a child who immigrated to the United States. Fast forward to today, and many fans believe her recent statements signal a dramatic change in tone. Nicki has publicly praised Trump in recent posts, which has left supporters confused and critics vocal. As a result, several black celebrities have spoken out publicly, accusing Nicki of being inconsistent and questioning whether her recent comments align with the values she once expressed. Online discourse has exploded, with supporters defending her right to change her views and critics accusing her of turning her back on the community that helped elevate her career. One of the earliest and most talked about responses came from comedian D.L. Hughley, who reacted after Nicki criticized California Governor Newsom on social media. Nicki accused Newsom of not prioritizing children's well-being, which prompted Hughley to respond sharply. Hughley's response, which referenced past controversies connected to people in Nicki's personal life, quickly went viral and sparked heated debate online. While many felt the comment crossed the line, others praised him for pushing back forcefully. The controversy didn't stop there. Some critics also resurfaced discussions about Nicki's long-standing relationship with the LGBTQ+ community, a group that has historically supported her music and career. Reality TV personality Tiffany Pollard, also known as New York, told TMZ that Nicki's recent political stance felt like a slap in the face to LGBTQ+ fans who supported her from the beginning. With emotions running high and opinions sharply divided, the conversation around Nicki Minaj is only getting louder, and this is just the beginning.
You know, we love her music. I've spoken to her several times. You know, collectively, I feel like we were a little bit disappointed with her, but I feel like she needs to spend a lot of time with Mr. Bruce Springsteen. She needs to go sit on his lap and let him speak some words of wisdom to her heart. Because somebody got her off track and she needs guidance back home.
The combination of political controversy and fan backlash quickly took over social media, and the conversation around Nicki Minaj hasn't slowed down since. Tiffany Pollard continued to clarify her stance, explaining that people still appreciate Nicki's music, but many are uncomfortable with the tone and direction of her recent public comments. Tiffany emphasized that she wasn't calling for Nicki to be canceled, but suggested that being exposed to more progressive voices might influence her perspective. She even mentioned Bruce Springsteen as an example, which sparked online debate about whether Nicki's views could still evolve. The controversy intensified after Nicki exchanged words online with journalist Don Lemon. Critics accused Nicki of using language that was interpreted as offensive toward the LGBTQ+ community, which led to widespread backlash. Don Lemon responded publicly, pushing back against Nicki's comments and shifting the focus toward her own ongoing public controversies. The exchange quickly went viral and further fueled online debate. Shortly after, D.L. Hughley weighed in again, expressing support for Lemon and criticizing Nicki's behavior. His comments referenced past public controversies involving people close to Nicki, which many viewers felt escalated the situation even further. At the same time, online speculation began circulating about tension between Nicki and other major figures in the music industry. Rumors spread that Beyoncé and the Carter family had distanced themselves from Nicki, though no official statements were made.
Nicki makes a lot of cash, not as much as Michael Dell.
Fans pointed to Beyoncé's carefully curated public image and suggested she may be choosing to stay away from ongoing political and social media controversies. Comparisons were also made to Kanye West, with some fans saying it felt like watching another superstar become increasingly consumed by political discourse online. The discussion took a more serious turn when Dr. Umar Johnson offered a broader analysis rather than personal attacks. Umar argued that MAGA-aligned spaces may be amplifying Nicki's voice as part of a larger political strategy, especially amid shifting dynamics involving figures like Candace Owens. Umar also referenced Nicki's appearance at a Turning Point USA-related event, where comments about Black history education sparked additional backlash. He strongly disagreed with the framing of those remarks, warning that minimizing Black history education could have long-term social consequences. He further questioned how those views align with Nicki's role as a parent, emphasizing the realities Black children face in society. While Umar acknowledged that he doesn't know Nicki's personal motivations, he speculated that financial incentives or industry pressure could be influencing her recent direction, a theory that has continued to fuel intense debate online. Not everyone was willing to give Nicki the benefit of the doubt. Lizzo openly criticized Nicki Minaj, questioning the motivations behind her recent political commentary. Lizzo suggested that the shift appeared calculated, arguing that controversy and political alignment can sometimes bring renewed attention and financial opportunity. Lizzo also warned that this trend might not stop with Nicki, suggesting that more Black celebrities could begin engaging with MAGA-aligned spaces if they believe it offers relevance or profit.
But she says something to the effect that it's not just that we tell Black children to feel proud of themselves, but it's like we're doing that, and at the same time, we're telling other children not to feel proud of themselves. And so I guess she was alluding to this false narrative that the conservatives are putting out there, that teaching Black children Black history and teaching white children the true history of America is somehow going to make white children feel bad about themselves. That bothered me because she's a Black woman, or at least I thought she was. She clearly has Black children. So are you saying you don't mind your children growing up in a society where they cannot be taught Black history or the true history of America because some people feel it offends the self-esteem of white children?
Her comments sparked intense discussion online, with supporters agreeing and others pushing back. Social media users quickly added their own interpretations. Some commenters accused Nicki of being intentionally provocative, framing her political messaging as performative rather than deeply held. Others argued that the backlash itself proved how polarizing celebrity political discourses become. As the debate escalated, criticism of Nicki became increasingly harsh across platforms. While some fans defended her right to express evolving views, others used the moment to revisit past career decisions and public controversies. Several posts circulated that combined political criticism with personal attacks, fueling even more backlash and arguments in comment sections. Rather than stepping away from the spotlight, Nicki appeared to double down. During an Instagram live session, she claimed that much of the criticism stemmed from fear of independent thinking, suggesting she was being targeted for refusing to conform to what she described as Hollywood expectations. Her remarks further divided audiences, with supporters praising her defiance and critics accusing her of playing the victim. Nicki then added to the speculation by implying that some of the celebrities now criticizing her had previously sought collaborations or public support from her. Although she didn't name anyone directly, the comments sent fans into detective mode, with social media users guessing who she may have been referring to. Reports soon surfaced suggesting that Nicki's team was attempting to manage the fallout behind the scenes, hoping to prevent the controversy from impacting upcoming projects. However, each new post or live stream seemed to reignite the debate, reinforcing the perception that this era of Nicki Minaj is more unpredictable and unfiltered than ever. Just days later, Nicki stirred the pot again by teasing new music that appeared to include politically charged lyrics. A short snippet shared online immediately split fans. Some praised the boldness, while others felt she was pushing the controversy even further. Lines referencing fake activism, industry politics, and selling out for awards led listeners to speculate whether the song was aimed at fellow artists. At this point, the controversy surrounding Nicki Minaj shows no signs of slowing down, and the conversation has clearly moved beyond gossip into a larger debate about celebrity influence, politics, and accountability. As soon as the clip began circulating online, reactions flooded in. Some fans praised Nicki Minaj for expressing herself openly, while others questioned whether the moment was more about visibility than music. Viral comments debated whether Nicki was focusing more on controversy than releases, highlighting how divided public opinion has become. Around the same time, online speculation emerged suggesting that Nicki's recent political commentary could complicate certain brand relationships. Commentators claim that some partnerships and promotional opportunities may be under review, though no official confirmations were made. Despite the chatter, Nicki appeared unfazed, telling supporters that she was no longer interested in pleasing critics and was choosing what she described as truth over trends.
Whole scene that unfolded at this church.
Right.
You saw this, right? Nicki Minaj going after Don Lemon. You see this, like for reporting it.
What's so funny to me? People hate. It's so funny how many other writers hate transgender and gay people more than they do pedophiles. It's amazing to me. Nicki don't need to worry about that. She need to be with damn Don Lemon, and Nicki Minaj need to worry about Chris Hansen.
Love it or hate it, Nicki has shown no signs of backing away from the controversy. Her continued engagement has made it clear that she's comfortable standing alone in this moment, even as the discussion around her grows louder. That conversation intensified further after photos and videos surfaced online showing Nicki attending a politically themed public event. Her appearance quickly went viral, prompting widespread speculation about the message she was trying to send. When asked by reporters about her intentions, Nicki responded with a brief comment about following her own convictions, a remark that was quickly amplified across blogs and social media platforms. Hashtags and reaction posts trended shortly after, with fans and critics alike weighing in on what they saw as another escalation in the situation. The moment became one of the most talked about celebrity stories of the week. Meanwhile, fans began closely watching activity across social media, pointing out apparent shifts in following patterns among celebrities previously associated with Nicki. Names like Beyonce, Lizzo, and Drake were frequently mentioned in online discussions, though none of the artists publicly addressed the speculation.
Minaj has many issues that would lead one to believe that those issues are possibly the reason that she's cozying up to MAGA.
Nicki continued posting cryptic messages referencing betrayal, independence, and standing firm despite opposition. Supporters framed the posts as empowering, while critics interpreted them as signs of an artist leaning into controversy. Each message only added fuel to the ongoing debate. The situation escalated once again when Nicki suggested on social media that unnamed industry figures were attempting to sideline her or limit her opportunities. She framed the situation as resistance to a woman refusing to conform. Although no specific names were confirmed, the implication alone reignited online speculation. Shortly after, one high-profile figure appeared to respond indirectly with a post emphasizing accountability over censorship. That brief message reopened the debate, with audiences split over whether Nicki was facing unfair pushback or strategically positioning herself as a target. At this stage, the controversy surrounding Nicki Minaj has become larger than any single comment or post, evolving into a broader conversation about fame, influence, and the cost of speaking out in an era where celebrity and politics increasingly collide. As the controversy continued, reports and online commentary suggested that the situation had become increasingly difficult to manage. Some commentators speculated that the constant headlines and viral moments were putting added pressure on Nicki Minaj and her team, though no official statements were made. Media analysts noted that public figures often face heightened scrutiny during moments like this, especially when political discourse is involved.
She don't need to worry about she need to be with damn Lynn, and Nicki Minaj need to worry about Chris Hansen.
Nicki, however, appeared unfazed. During a recent live stream, she emphasized her independence and resilience, telling viewers that her success was self-made and that outside criticism wouldn't define her. While many fans applauded the message as empowering, others interpreted it as a sign of how deeply divided public opinion has become. At this stage, the conversation surrounding Nicki has expanded beyond politics alone. Observers said it now touches on influence, legacy, and how much control an artist maintains when public perception begins to shift. Nicki's continued engagement suggests she's prepared to defend her position, regardless of backlash. The divide became even more visible after another lengthy live stream, when Nicki addressed critics across the industry, media, and even within her own fan base. Clips from the broadcast quickly circulated across platforms like TikTok, X, and YouTube, prompting widespread debate. Supporters praised her candor, while critics argued the moment reflected growing tension between her and portions of her audience. Commentary following the live stream revealed a clear split among fans, some standing firmly by her side, others expressing concern about the direction of her public image. The discussion intensified as commentators debated whether this period represents artistic freedom or reputational risk. Additional speculation emerged from entertainment media suggesting that some brands and event organizers may be approaching future collaborations more cautiously. Analysts stressed that unpredictability can sometimes make partnerships more complex, though no companies or organizations confirmed distancing themselves. Nicki appeared to respond to the chatter with a short post emphasizing that her career couldn't be undone by outside forces. The message quickly gained traction online, once again placing her at the center of conversation across platforms. Soon after, Nicki teased what she described as a new creative era, sharing a cryptic post that fueled fresh speculation. The imagery and messaging led fans to wonder whether upcoming music or visuals might reflect themes of defiance, independence, and controversy. While some viewed it as a strategic rebrand, others questioned how closely her art and recent public commentary might now be intertwined. The discussion intensified when several politically aligned influencers praised Nicki's recent statements, prompting further debate among fans about whether the support reflected genuine alignment or opportunistic attention. Once again, interpretations varied widely. Meanwhile, entertainment blogs reported shifts in how some former collaborators and industry figures were interacting publicly, though these observations remained speculative. What's clear is that the industry and the audience appear increasingly polarized.
U.S. Weekly broke the news that Nicki Minaj's house is at risk of being seized due to a lawsuit.
As this chapter unfolds, one thing is undeniable. Nicki Minaj remains at the center of a conversation that shows no signs of slowing down, with each move sparking new debate about celebrity, politics, and the cost of speaking openly in today's cultural climate. And despite all the backlash, Nicki Minaj hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. Just hours later, she took to X and posted a message about resilience and survival, reinforcing the idea that she sees this moment as a test rather than a setback. As expected, the post spread quickly, once again drawing massive attention to everything she does. At this point, Nicki's situation has grown far beyond standard celebrity gossip. What we're watching now feels like a full cultural moment, one where every post, every appearance, and every statement instantly becomes part of a much larger conversation. And rather than stepping away, Nicki appears to be leaning directly into it. Recently, she announced plans for a documentary-style series centered around her personal truth and experiences in the industry. Teaser footage shared online hinted at behind-the-scenes moments, creative struggles, and emotional reflections. The announcement immediately divided fans, some eager to hear her perspective in full, others questioning whether the timing is strategic amid ongoing controversy. Online reaction has been intense and split down the middle. Supporters argue that Nicki deserves the space to tell her own story without filters, while critics believe she's intentionally turning controversy into momentum. Comment sections across platforms quickly filled with debates, theories, and hot takes. Media commentators have also weighed in, discussing whether Nicki's continued engagement with the controversy is a form of self-defense, a creative rebrand, or simply a reflection of how celebrity and politics now overlap more than ever. While interpretations vary, one thing is clear: the attention isn't fading. As the discussion grows, fan reactions have ranged from serious analysis to humor and memes, highlighting just how deeply this moment has embedded itself into online culture. Whether people are defending her, criticizing her, or joking about the situation, Nicki remains at the center of it all. So now, the question turns to you. How do you interpret everything that's been unfolded? Do you think Nicki genuinely believes in the position she's expressing, or is this part of a broader strategy in today's attention-driven media landscape? And where do you draw the line between authenticity, controversy, and performance? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate clearly isn't over. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe for future updates, and share it with someone who's been following this story. More developments are coming, and this conversation is only getting bigger.